Hello, my name is Danny de Rooij. I'm here for Magica Day and we're gonna play the National Championships.
So I bought the last cards from the dealers, and this is my deck list and also my deck. It's got 4 Argos Bolas, 3 Snapcasters, 4 Angels and a Talrond and 2 Pikes to win the game. Sphinxes to recoup, 4 counter spells, 2 Roll of Gods, Unsummons and Tricks, Think Twices, and as many blue-white lands as you can possibly get. Only 1 gate. The sideboard all has one-offs for aggro and control decks. Dropspell Reaver for special occasions. So here I was sitting for the playing meetings, counting the deck lists and give them to the judges. Then the first round started. First round I have to play against Pim Heine. I don't know Pim Heine, so let's see what he's playing. We roll dice first and he can shuffle my deck and I can shuffle his. Now we give a good general hand. I have a sketchy hand of 2 lands, a pike and an augur and some spells. He's playing Temple Garden and Intangible Virtue, so he's on the token plan. 5 turns later I still have 2 lands and I'm dead to 3 tokens. Second game I bought some cards in, also a Talrond I bought in because it's really good. Imagine to have Talrond and a bunch of tokens with 2 pikes and I steal game 2. With only 5 minutes left on the clock, so we have to play fast. Unfortunately in the third game I draw too many lands, so I lost that game as well. So I'm 1-2 in games, 0-1 in matches, so I have to win the next 5 to make top 8.
Supporting my fellow companions, like you. Yeah, they're not doing great, but I think most of them are 0-1. The first one they lost, it's not the best.
Right now I really like the atmosphere here. It's the first time I'm actually present at the national qualifier.
Oh, this is the first time for you?
Yes.
Okay, yeah.
I've managed to qualify a few times before, but just didn't have the time to go because vacation was in the way.
Yeah.
I really like the atmosphere here, and it's very informal. It's very nice, and lots of nice people here.
So the second round I'm playing Dennis Scherpenzeel from Arnhem. and table 19. So a bit of shuffling, and he's playing the Naya deck, the deck with red, green, white, good cards. He plays Lockstone Smite on turn 3, which I can't counter, but I have many Unsummons and Azorius Charms to keep him at bay. Here I block, and he pumps with Celestia Charm, and I have to charm again. So really a bit of a card advantage there. And Talron shields the deal. So that's the game 1. Game 2, we're gonna sideboard, and I'm bringing Drogskull Captain, which eventually wins me the game. He has some dragons, and in this attack step he pumps it with his Kessig Wolfrun, but again I have to charm ready for that, so also that's okay. At one point he had Rest in Peace and the dragon in play, so if he drew another dragon he would have won the game, but he didn't. So 2-0 in games, 1-1 in matches.
Actually, I'm rooting for the pros because Bram is a guy I've read a lot about, and I've seen him a lot, and actually admire his way of living with Magic, and I'm actually rooting for him. Camille Cornet is also great.
I think Bart van Etten is going to win. I like his skills. He's very talented. No, I'm very talented as well.
Of course. On to round 3, I'm playing Maurits Fokker, and we did actually make PDQ top 8 together, so I know what he's playing. He's playing the red, white, blue version of my deck, and I have a turn 2 Pike in the first game, so it's really good to have turn 2 Pike in this matchup. I also have the land that makes tokens, the spirit tokens. So in this game he is constantly behind because he constantly has to do some things. Then I Sphinx Revelation for 6, and he just scoops it up to place fast in game 2. Game 2 I have to mulligan, and he is thought scouring me, and he has Rest in Peace, so I can't use my graveyard right. Then he has more Sphinx Revelations than me and more mana, so game 2 is for him. And game 3 I have the Jace in play, and he also has Jace, but I have momentum with the Talrond, and Talrond is really good in this matchup. And so I win game 3, 2-1 in games, and 2-1 in matches also. So on to the draft.
Draft a good deck. I think this draft format Golgari is a little bit underrated. Celestia is very popular because it's very good.
Yeah.
But I think Golgari there's a lot to explore.
So black, green,
a lot of cards which you could go late. So that's why I guess it's a good thing to stay on green.
Just go for 5 colors special.
Oh, really? Okay.
Pick the strangest cards out there and just rage quit. I preferably play Azorius Guild because I really like the way it plays. It has lots of flyers, lots of early game in my opinion.
Okay, on to the draft. I'm on draft table 3 with 7 other players, and I open the booster and I see really bad cards. There's not a single card I really want to have in my deck, but my first pick is Celestia Key Ruins, so I keep my options open. This is the draft table I'm in. The second pick and the third pick are green and white cards, so I'm in Celestia really fast. And you see me picking Chorus of Might, and after booster 1 I've only 7 or 8 playable cards, so I have to have more cards. In the second booster I open Mysium Mortas, which is really good, but it's triple red, so I can't cast it really good. No Temple Garden, we are here to win the draft, not to gain money. The second booster is exactly the same, and I still have the green-white Celestia, and I'm not too happy with my deck now. All mediocre cards and not really bombs, which I really needed. The third booster is really difficult, but Cyclonic Rift is way too good to pass up. And I'm thinking here Fencing is really good with Common Bond, but well, the Token Maker is really better. I'm not really happy with my deck, as you can see on my face there. So when I put the deck down, I see that I'm 2 playable short. So I have no other choice to splash blue and splash the black Guild Mage. So then I have 23 cards and 17 lands. So let's go. On to match 4, I'm playing Oscar Noich, and I have to go trio in this draft to make top 8, so shaking hands, hi, no sleeves because I'm tough. Yes, green-white against the black-red, against Rakdos. He's mulliganing to 6, and I have more board presence than he has. At one time he blocks, and I have Common Bond to gain the game, so 1-0. The second game he also mulligans, but then to 5 on the play. It's a really bad start against the 1-3 guy, and I also have common bond again, so I block and go 3 for 1 there. And I play more creatures and creatures, till I overwhelm them with creatures, and eventually 2-0, simple match because of the 3 mulligans of Oscar. So on to game 5. What are you playing in Constructed?
Black red zombies.
Okay, and what is your draft deck?
Black red Argo.
Okay, so you have...
Not enough zombies, but it's getting close.
What was your first pick in that draft, and how did you draft it?
Vision Mortar, so how's the card called? The insane overload, destroy everything. One-sided mobs are pretty good usually, so yeah.
Okay.
Then I got a stab wound, so at that point I thought I was fixed, but then the next 2 boosts were completely empty of black and red. So at that point I was 2 Celestia and 2 Rakdos cards.
Oh, okay.
And then luckily more Rakdos came my way.
On to match 5, I'm playing Chikwang To, and he's playing a green-white-blue deck with 2 Amana Worms, so it's gonna be tough. First he plays some walls and I don't really get what he's playing. Then I have a board state which I really can't win because he has a Mana Worm. But then I think I just play really many creatures and don't let them die. And I have the Corrosive Might for +12/+12, so I can deal exactly 17 damage, and he was on 17, so I'm 1-0 then ahead. In the second game I have a really good start with the Key Rune and some mana fixing. He lays some creatures and I also have 2 tokens. Then I end of turn Cyclonic Rift him to bounce all his non-land permanents, and then I attack for the win. So 2-0 in games and 4-1 in matches now, so only 1 match to go for top 8.
Tournament is great. I'm 4-1 right now, and I hope to win the last round to draft so I can ID to the top 8.
Because I'm also helping the coverage team a little bit, and they're supported by Magic Day. So I'm going to look through the deck list and make a breakdown of what everybody's playing and some statistics on that, so that we can see what was played here. I saw a lot of more green decks than I suspected. I thought a lot of people would play blue decks because people love to play blue. But here in Netherlands, it's always a bit more greeny than the rest of the world, I guess.
So standings, I'm currently 10th and I have to play Ewan Smith for top 8. We even get a feature match by Magic Day and a deck check also, so they are checking our decks if we're not cheating, not 2 or 3 pack rats in the deck. So okay, we can play the first game. I have a mediocre hand, and he also plays many of the same cards that I do. He's playing a green-white deck, also with Corrosive Might, and also a Sky Rock, which is really good at this point in game. I draw my bomb in the bounce card, in the Cyclonic Rift, but he just has more 3/3 tokens. It's a really long game, and then end of turn I bounce all his permanents, and I want to deal as much damage as I possibly can, but I'm on 2 life, so it's really tricky. Then he has a Void Wielder, and he blocks that he is not dying, and he top decks Celestia Charm for trample damage. So a bit unlucky, but I lose game 1. I'm shuffling for game 2 and I'm playing way faster because of time issues. In this game I'm a bit mana screwed, but I also can play my creatures, and he's really mana flooded. He draws like 14 lands. Corrosive Might is really good, but he has a Celestia Charm again, so it doesn't deal any damage. He doesn't draw any creatures, so it's 1-1. It's currently the game 3, so it's really a difficult time. We both want to win badly. I have a good hand, and there are many viewers of the audience watching now. I'm a bit mana screwed again. I have 5 mana in play and all those 6 drops in my hand. Then I eventually draw the 6 lands, and I can make centaurs and more centaurs and more centaurs. I get to the point that I have like 6 centaurs in play, as you can see here. Then I Cyclonic Rift Overload and I attack for the win. But he had Druid's Deliverance. So the turn after he plays all his creatures, and I attack again. And he told me, if you have it, you win. Well, so I had it, the trick. So I'm 2-1, and I'm currently going for top 8. Round 7, and I'm playing Floris de Haan, and we can intentional draw to top 8, so we do that. So we don't play a game, we just decide that the draw is good enough for us both to get us in top 8, so it's an intentional draw. Now on to top 8.
Dames en heren, graag uw aandacht voor de top 8 van vandaag. Op de 6e plaats, Ruben Snijderwind. Yes! Op de 4e plaats met 16 punten, Danny de Rooij.
On to the quarterfinals, I'm playing Dan de Rooij and he's playing the blue-white aggro deck with humans and planeswalkers like Ayani. In the mid-game I'm really ahead and I even have 2 Sphinx Revelations for 2 and for 4, but I need to draw a Supreme Verdict or some Angels to kill him, and I only managed to draw Unsummons and Azorius Charms. So at the one point he has an Ayani on I think 9 counters and he makes 17 cats, so I die to 17 cats. So 0-1 down. Then the second game I have a really good hand with 2 lands and a Detention Sphere and an Angel, but I only have 2 lands, and on turn 5 I still have 2 lands and he has a Talia, and well, I can't cast anything. So I lose the quarterfinals and I get a Steam Fence and 10 boosters in the process, and good luck to Dan and Ruben for the top 8.
Veel plezier en succes.
Ja, ik wou het zien. Jij ook. Ik weet niet wat is het.
Jee, wat ben jij een slechte speler, hè?
Ja, wat zei je maar.
Ja, ik ben... het enige wat hoe ik het goed kon maken was die beker weer. Oké. Ik ga hem houden. Weet je wat, ik ga gewoon even duimen draaien. Duk. Nou. Mohammedje. Okay. Zo verheven die zombie, joh. Even wachten. Precies. Nee, ja. Goed gedaan.
So this was the National Championships. Luckily I made top 8 and I was 5th place in Swiss, but I lost in the quarterfinals to Dan de Rooij. I had a really fun time and the winner was the same as last year, namely Ruben Snijderwind. I had lots of fun playing those games in draft and in constructed. I made some new friends, and also it was really a fun day to play. So if you're a new player, just join those tournaments and maybe I'll see you next time. This was Danny de Rooij from Magic Day, signing out.